Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the IDRiM podcast. And these episodes are the special ones because we recorded this when we are in the IDRiM conference campus. And in this special episode, there will be some collections of our interview with all our awardees that will be awarded during this conference. Now we are with us.
Dimitrios? Yes.
It's very difficult for me always to pronounce his last name.
Yes.
You've only had about 5 years to learn that name.
Okay.
And now Jimmy here is the awardees of the new awards granted by the IDRiM Journal called the New Investigation Award. It's grant an award distinguished scholars that establish steps to IDRiM Journal. It's basically emerging writers and authors of the more upcoming, hopefully,
Yes.
publications. Now, my first questions.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Dimi.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
How do you feel to receiving this award?
This is actually a great honor. This award is definitely the highest recognition I have received so far in my professional career. It's an immense honor to be recognized by my peers, by my respected colleagues, as still emerging and still in my baby steps in research and academia. As you mentioned, I'm a new, as the award is titled, I'm a new investigator. Let us not forget that. But it's a great honor to be recognized for the effort put in trying to contribute in the field of disaster risk management and safety.
Okay, so for some of our audience might not know a bit more about, not much about you.
Okay. Yeah.
Tell us a bit more about your line of research and where you've actually came from.
Yes, thank you, Mark. This is actually, I started working on disaster risk management and learning more about technological and natural hazard risk management in my postgraduate studies in Japan. That's essentially when I also started looking into technological accidents caused by natural hazards, Natech risk research, which is one of my, particularly on the risk communication and risk perception aspect of it. And this is actually one of my papers, the one published in IDRiM Journal, looking into risk perceptions, looking into rather perceptions for risk communication and appetite for Natech risk information between South Korea and Japan. So a survey study in those two countries, and we had a comparative study to understand the differences there. I delved into more into Natech risk communication since. And worked further on creating also a serious game to raise awareness about Natech risks and enhance Natech risk communication from a participatory risk management perspective. And I have been recently, after graduating from my PhD from Kyoto University, I have been working on hydrogen safety, looking into risk management and risk perception and to a certain extent risk communication issues related to hydrogen refueling stations, the safety around it, and coupling that with infrastructure resilience and risk management for that.
Very nice expansion of research you have there, from starting from Natech and now moving on what's very specific case of hydrogen.
I think it's natural. I mean, any young researcher is still trying to figure out where they fit, so we have to be more flexible in this regard, I think, yeah.
Of course, in the new investigation awards, not only one, not only the papers that you published in IDRiM journal is actually considered, but also the entire career of publications that you have been building so far. It's basically commendable compared to your peers and our peers. Now the question is like, do you have any tips or perhaps experience to building this portfolio of publications? Do you have any what challenges you face during this process, or perhaps something that can inspire us all?
Okay.
For that.
That's you're definitely putting me on the spot here. Trying to get some inspiring words out of me, but yeah, I'll do my best. I think, from my perspective, I never ascribed to the policy of publish, just for the sake of it. Having said that, I cannot say that I haven't been subject to the peer pressure of publishing. To tell you the truth, I always see people being more active than I, or yeah, having peers being publishing all the time, and yeah, this is the pressure is definitely there. It's hard to say not to succumb to it or not do not get affected by it. Of course, we've all been through that, but it's important to have a driver. I think for some people this pressure works. I can't attest to that from personal experience, but in any case, I have heard that yeah, this works for some people, but what is important, as I mentioned, is a driver. Starting small with conference papers is a good opportunity to gain some momentum and perhaps try to dive in a little bit into into how one can ramp up the publication numbers and also gain valuable experience when starting with small 6-8 page papers and so on. Having said that, the driver aspect is also important. Have goals. Perhaps consider a project and how it can be which parts are worth looking into for publications, and how you can segment that and work towards 2-3 months ahead to create a paper and find a journal and publish. Moreover, IDRiM Journal is a great venue, especially for young researchers, to begin with full paper publications, or rather case studies working on implementation science. So I think it's also something worth considering if you're starting your career.
Absolutely. Now I'm going to put you on the spot. You've said about difficult questions. This is probably going to be the hardest one.
Okay.
Why do you think you got the award?
That's actually perplexing to me as well. To be honest, I see a lot of IDRiM colleagues with illustrious careers, and I see a lot of young researchers as well, peers that we have been introduced to IDRiM almost at the same time. So that's why I think it's a great honor for me to be selected for this award. The criteria for the award are perhaps have to do more with the academic rigor and also the contributions made in the field. Have been very fortunate in this regard to be involved in certain projects that really pushed. Maybe we're going back to the driver earlier, that have really pushed into towards publishing a little bit. So I was kind of caught in this wave or snowball, if you will, which helped me immensely. I'm not going to lie. But other than that, I have been trying my best, I think, as everyone else in these past 3 years, to find opportunities to publish and hopefully contribute to disaster risk reduction in a meaningful way.
What a humble response we have. And lastly, it's basically now after receiving this good news and the awards. What's next? What will you do with your result after this?
This is a great motivation. This is a for me it's a much needed recognition by my by esteemed peers that my work is not going unheard of. It's not, someone notices it, doesn't go unnoticed. Is what I mean, and this is definitely a driver again to keep doing what I have been doing. Having said that, I don't think I'm still out of this expanding, perhaps research area expansion period that we said earlier. I'm still looking for interesting new topics. I think I have a good understanding of the Natech risk management field by now, but I'm not confined by it. I'm still working on a few things here and there, not only related to this topic. And there's definitely going to be more of risk management, risk communication, perception, and perhaps safety issues that I will be working in the near future.
Demi, thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Harris.
Well, this is one awardee that we interviewed, but there's still much more of it. So stay tuned with IDRiM and see you soon.